I'm about to pull up like jumpers. Only think about them commas. 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 Only thing we got in common. I'm about to pull up like jumpers.
Welcome back to the Pinkston Report. I'm Tammy Pinkston, and we are here with Mr. Steven Sykes. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about some social things, some social issues. Right?
I'll be happy to.
Right. And once again, we are behind the scenes at the Restoration of the Queen project. Okay? So, how do you feel about the way things work in Virginia? The crab in the barrel syndrome that we have here in Virginia. Why don't we support each other here in Virginia?
There's a couple of things. One is just a lack of, people don't like to be told what to do. I've always said somewhere in the 80s, late 70s and early 80s, we lost control because of the fact that when things got a little bit, a tad bit better for us at that time in terms of the voting, jobs and all this other stuff. Not saying everything was perfect, but things were moving. So people kind of lost the aspect of a hold on each other in the communities and support each other. So it got into the aspect of, okay, I got to get mine, you got to get yours attitude. And we lost the aspect of being controlled. And too many times when you're doing wrong, it was a time when we said, hey, young man, hey, young woman, not just the kids, but other adults, hey, let's do this a better way. Circa now, 2017, when we see things wrong, people say, oh, you're hating or you're doing wrong, don't tell me what to do. When we lost that fight to willing to push each other up, and we lost that fight to do better. And people don't want to do better anymore. Part of that is self-hate. And things of the community. You either hate yourself, you hate your color, you hate that you're from a biracial family, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of self-hate. Many times, you know your neighbor may be hurting.
Right.
You know somebody, I say it all the time, you know, when it got cold, check to see if somebody needed some heat. You know this person may have a kid and things like that. You take your kid out, hey, you got an extra $20, bring that other kid along. Right. You know, somebody say, oh, that's not my business, not too much of, not my baby, not my problem. It irritates the living daylights out of me because I think that you don't get it. You just don't get it. Some don't get it, some are just ignorant, and some just want to have this willful ignorance. And it's just stupid. So we need to get back to our communities. We need to take care of our churches. We need to take care of our families. We need to take care of our schools. Mm-hmm. And when we get back to those things that worrying about our community, then we will have less people hurting. Mm-hmm. People use that as an excuse to say, hey, the government don't need to get involved and help out. No, the government still need to get involved. It's a two-part problem. The leadership is at the top and the bottom and the middle. But everybody's got to make sure they stay in their lane in order to do everything. You and I can do a whole bunch of different things, but we need to focus on those one or two things that we can get done and let somebody else get it done.
Right. Okay.
And that's what happens.
Okay. So there has been like an age-old battle between models and photographer. Who pays who?
No.
Who's supposed to get paid? You know what I'm saying? I'm a photographer and a model myself. You know what I'm saying? So I get, as a photographer,
I'm not a model?
I get paid.
I'm not a model?
Are you a model? I wasn't aware of that skill set.
I'm just like, dang, I'm not worthy to be in front of the camera. Okay.
You're in front of the camera right now?
Yeah, okay, I just say, that's all right.
So I know you know what I'm saying, you have, you deal with models, you deal with photography yourself. So I think you can help me give people some insight on what is the issue here, because it's a deadlock, and the problem is now, because it's a deadlock, photographers don't get paid, models don't get paid. So if you are a professional model and you're making modeling as a career and you can't get paid from photographers, if you're a photographer and you're a professional photographer and most of your clients are models, you can't get paid from models, how do you build a career when majority of our clients don't want to pay?
Okay, here's the problem. Definition: paying does not always necessarily equal cash, a monetary value. Paying is also in terms of exposure. Paying is in terms of using and networking. Paying in terms of getting opening those doors. For what happens is that when you're trying to get a set of photos done and things where you're new, getting into the field of things, yes, you do need to pay for photos. After a while, when you've built up a repertoire of different skill sets and things. Yes, you should always still want to hunt for work. You have to invest. It is investing yourself.
Right.
And what happens is, families, I want you to understand something. This is not something you're going to get rich quick or what have you, and you need to support your models in your family, both males and females, and the kids. So if they have a kid and they're out, they need to go somewhere, support them, watch their families, and stop beating them over the head for whatever.
Right.
Because if you're here in Virginia and you haven't seen outside hardly ever other than New York and DC and Miami, then you haven't really done enough. You have to pay for some hotels, and yes, you're going to do things. You have to understand when there's a show and your limited amount of money from sponsors, despite the person who's even putting up money themselves. Because a lot of times the mid and lower end are not making money. A whole lot of it. It's doing it for the joy and make little, so you get a little bit amount of money. You have your designers that have to pay to be in the show. So then now designers have models. They already done paid out $500, $1,000, sometimes $2,500, and in some cases $5,000 for the higher end ones. So you're coming into the show. Then now you're like, okay, well, you want your specific models for certain events. Now, if you're going to shows where you're paying $5,000 to $10,000, by then you should have that designer should have some funds to help out and things. But no, you're not getting. You watch too much TV. No, you're not getting your individual rooms and food and things. You're gonna double up in some double and full size beds. You're gonna double up in things of that nature. It's back to college, if not worse, when you're traveling. I don't understand. Every photographer has one or two muses at least, and you do as much. And you push out, you push out, you push out. And especially when you get that one premium talent that's willing to be molded, willing to be coached. A lot of models don't want to be coached. They say they do, they don't.
Right.
Some want to do this. You have two. Some doing this for fun,
right,
and some are just doing it for as a career. Either way, you need to be willing to listen. And some of the things that's out there, there's a lot of people, and I'm going to tell the truth here. There's a lot of people in this area, and in Virginia, and North and South Carolina, are not good coaches. There's too many of you who are listening to people that want to lie to you. You post a picture, you get about 200 or 300 likes. Oh, I made it. That's not doing it. Or you post it on Instagram and you trying to get 100,000 likes and 100,000 followers. And yeah, I've made it. And no. It's not about that. That's not just what modeling is by far. That's nice, but no. Or stop taking pictures with your cell phones while someone's doing photo shoots, and then you post the pictures, and then when the photographer gets that stuff out, you lose the element of surprise and exposure. So stop that stuff. And if you don't have it, develop it. and go from there.
I always say, like, when you're talking about career, and especially a career where does not require you to attend college. Okay? Think of your first 4 years as your college. Okay, when you go to college, it costs anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 a year for you to build your career to a point where you're a professional. Okay, every year you have to put money in the books. Every year as a model, you have to put money into a portfolio. So think of your first 4 years of modeling as your college. Learn as much as you can, absorb as much as you can, build your career in 4 years, then take off. Get out of Virginia.
Yeah, even if you're in there, get out, be willing to. Models need to learn how to act. Act needs to learn how to model.
True. You can't be a one-trick pony.
If you're a person that sits there and saying that I just want to walk up and down, but you don't want to speak, or you don't want to do video, you don't want to do other things, then you're not really a model. You need to get out the field now. Because a lot of times if I got a great product and I need one of these models, and you come up here and you can't talk worth a lick and you're too scared and I got to go through 200 takes, get out the business. If you're one of these people that can great public speaking, but you're not willing to learn how to walk and things, get out the business. That's why there's always that standard walk. There's too many people think there's all this what they call urban, and I hate using the word urban because it's so grossly wrong. But all the strutting and style and all that stuff, that's not walking. What you see on some of these shows and modern things, that's not walking. You just do the straight walk and go out. Because stop making it about. Here's the trick: don't make it about you, then it will be about you. Because
Right.
if you're focusing on the clothes, I tell everybody.
You're selling clothes.
So,
People, a lot of models forget that you're selling the clothes.
not yourself.
Right.
You will sell yourself when you sell the clothes, because then that person knows your business, your professional. If that person, and this is what I was told many, many years by a couple of people in Ford and some other places. If I walk down that aisle and that person to the left loves it and has sold it, but that person on the right and the front and the back and the top and the bottom didn't buy that dress, then you still failed.
Right.
And things of that nature. So you have to go through all of this stuff. One other thing I want to add, designers, get your stuff together. Too many of you do the designers, but you don't build your portfolio in terms of your website. Pay for to get the free. Don't do the free website. Have it up there. Put the colors, put the measurements, how many you can get made, put the details and stuff like that on it. So when you are going to a show, I like that dress. Click, 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 click. I can't find it. I gotta say, oh, I will email you the information. Blah blah blah. Stop it. Do not go to another fashion show. Do not put another dress up there on your face if you don't have a call to anywhere else. Mm-hmm. That dress or model or dress or swimsuit or whatever is walking across that stage is sitting here online already ready, set to go for you to press buy.
Right.
If you're not ready to do that, you're not a full-fledged designer. And there's many of you that have offended. I'm sorry you feel offended, but that's the truth.
Well, while we're offending people, I want to ask this question. Now, I am a true believer that in order to be a model, okay, you have to be pretty. Okay, in order to be a model. Now, I have nothing against plus size women. I'm a plus size woman myself. But I feel like you still need to be curvy in the right places to be a plus size model, because ultimately you have to sell the clothes.
Here's the thing with that. Majority of the women in the world are not that. Okay, so the problem is that design.
Okay, I hold on, but I understand that. But you know what I'm saying. Majority of the women in the world are not going to model.
No,
like we are talking about. I'm talking about a model a person who could make a career out of modeling, not just model as a hobby.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when it comes to that, first off, there's a lot of people say, "Oh, you're pretty, cute, whatever. I'm going to model," and they're not putting in the effort and work. When you're a model, curvy or not, plus size or not, it's a culture change. It's a lifestyle change.
And definitely, I agree.
It's almost your singular focus. Besides, you obviously have to work to maintain things, but you're eating different. Every time you walk out that door, someone will recognize that you're a model or see the difference that you're making and change. If you have friends that's like, "Hey, girl, going out, but you're running that mile," and things of that nature, and they can't support you, then they're not your friends.
Right, but I know you've seen this. And you know what I'm saying, you've seen plus size models in this area. You see them at every single show, but they're not getting smaller. They're not working out. And this is not to be mean or not to be disrespectful to anyone, but as a straight model, from the time you start modeling, you integrate exercise into your life. You integrate eating properly into, you make those lifestyle changes to be a model. Yes. And I feel like sometimes as curvy models, we don't make those sacrifices.
I don't see it in a lot of it, male, females, whatever. No, you're not willing to make that sacrifice, and that's what hurts you. I'm never sitting here saying about lose weight, but I do want you healthy. I don't want you walking down a runway and then your knee collapses because you tore your MCL, ACL. I don't want you having heart attacks.
You're different. You're different from me, because if you come into VA models and I set you down and we go over your pictures and we go over your shoots and I'm looking at where your career is going to go with modeling, I am going to tell you to tone up. Whether you're straight, it doesn't matter if you're curvy or whether you're, no matter what size you are. The first thing I'm going to tell you is, get a gym membership, start working out, start toning, things like that. It doesn't matter what
you should be
size
learning 4 to 5 new poses every month. You should be learning how to, and different outfits and different things. So when you get to these different positions and different stages in your body, and you know how to position yourself, you can work with this dress. You're working on your body. You're working on your facial position. A lot of times I see people with great faces, bad body, great body, bad faces, and because they don't know how to work their face with the body back and forth. And you should be able to snap, 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 snap. If I got to go through this and say, hey, now obviously you're going to try some different things. But if you okay, I don't know what to do. then you're not.
Right.
You didn't do your homework.
Right. Now, just to be fair, when I say I ask my models to work out, it's not just so you're able to so you lose weight,
No.
but you do have to realize that when you're posed, sometimes you have to hold a pose, and that does require muscle. It does require, you to work out to get to a point where you're able to hold a pose for a really long time so that the photographer can get the shot.
We're switching cameras, we're switching
Different
different lenses, we're
right.
switching different exposure types,
You're getting
all
different
these
angles,
different things.
so you may have to hold a pose, and you need to be able to do that. You may have to a pose where you have to hold yourself up with your arms. You need to be able to be flexible as a model, and working out will take care of that flexibility. Will give you the flexibility you're looking for.
And also, you have to be in terms of you have to be used to working with the elements. Now, I'm not saying risking your health or your life, but if it's winter time and you gotta get out there and do a photo, sure, and then get you in and out, and with the photos. But you gotta be willing, day and night, heels or no heels, where have you. You need to be willing to try different things. Too many of you feel that I watched Tyra's show, or I watch The Face, or watch whatever. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. A lot of that stuff is for show, and just to sell the tickets. It's not real modeling. There's some elements, but get out of that. And when you go in there, learn what's in the model bag, things of that nature. Invest in bras. A lot of different bras in your underwear, your scaping, your female scaping, all these other different things. Stop it with this mustache phase that some people want to keep.
Grooming.
Grooming. Do a whole bunch of different things.
It takes work to be a model. It really does. It takes work. It takes you taking care of your skin, taking care of your hair, taking care of your body. So it's not just exercising. It's a lot that goes into being a model, and it's a lifestyle change. It's something that you are accepting as a part of your lifestyle, just like any other career choice. If you are going to be a doctor, then long hours are required. It requires focus. So drugs and alcohol are not an option if that's what you want to do with your life. So it requires you to make lifestyle changes to fit the career you're going to choose.
You gotta be think about it when you see the actors and you see them, they gain weight, lose weight, whatever. I don't get physically fit for different roles. Why is that? Because obviously they're paid, but you should not have to be where I have to get. You should be willing to do this regardless if I hand you a check or not, because you should be serious. Because all that stuff comes. Yes, there's a lot of work and investment. That's why you see some of them when they win these awards and things of that. Those who are really emotional and things. Oh, they just happy and things. You don't understand that walk that he or she went through between to find someone to watch the kids, to the extra 2 or 3 hours to work, and then you have to get in the middle of the night and drive. All these other different things. If you need to learn how to drive, too many models saying I don't know how to drive. You don't know how to drive. Granted, you got Uber and all these other different things in there, but I'm sorry, I'm believe in preparation and safety.
Right.
So you have to do that. Make sure you have a separate card or background. I can go a whole list of different things that you need to prepare when you getting into this field. But make sure that you work out, take care of yourself, pray, fast, and put your step forward. Take pictures as you go, not just when you think you're ready. You got to prepare yourself and keep on going. Too many of you think you're serious, but you're really not.
Okay. Well, this is Tammy Pinkston, and you are watching the Pinkston Report. Back with Mr. Steven Sykes. And Steven's going to talk to us about some of the other things he have. You have a home inventory business you're trying to get off the ground. Is that correct?
Yes, we have a Serenity Home Inventory. You can go to our website, serenityhiva.com. Our phone number is 804-220-9550, 804-220-9550. And our email is serenityhiva@gmail.com. The purpose of it is that many people are not prepared for a variety of different things. You may think that you have homeowners insurance or renter's insurance or business insurance, and fire, theft, damage, a whole bunch of things can happen. And it's also a protection of you and your family and your investment. So what we do is we try to take a positive inventory of your home, your business, your storage, estate planning. It's good for if you're looking to get a divorce and you need to have some records of accountability of different things. If you're a military family and you're on the move, if you're a brokerage and you're trying to protect your homes, if you're a real estate agent and you have homes that were staged, all these other different things. If you're just even a person just moving into a home, and doesn't have to be with homes, also it can be apartments as well, or complex, whatever the case may be. We catalog and inventory these items, and it goes to the benefits of the insurances, and it's something that's very good to help protect you and your investment.
Okay, so this is not something you have to pay outright. You said you can go through your insurance company to get this service.
Well, no, what I would say, it helps your insurance company.
Okay.
And insurance companies do sometimes reach out to us, but it's something that you can pay for yourself, just like you would do for your security within your home. So you let them know that you have itemized records. So when, heaven forbid, a fire happens, you say, well, I got insurance, I got this, and this. They're just going to hand you a record check and call it a day. Because they're going to be like, well, where's your records of all of this? Now, you may say that you can get this done yourself, but it's not authorized, and it's not done independently, where a lot of the things happen for insurances that you want. So, obviously you're not burning down your house, hopefully not for money, but it helps for your records, and then that way it can be independently done, authenticated, itemized, notarized, so then now we can all take care of for you.
Okay, awesome. So what else besides that do you have going on?
Also, with anybody that have any projects that you need filmed, or pictures for your families or yourself, or models, we have Travala Studios. Travala Studios became an extension from Sykes Talent Group and all the different things we do out there in the world. So, birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, funerals, family gatherings, all types of different events. And just if you have a business and you have a few employees, you should have updated headshots all the time for your employees that be on your website. Just fun photos, and it doesn't necessarily have to be full-fledged this, that, and the other. You just want something fun out there and get out there. We can definitely help. We'd also film small one-night plays, video projects, commercials, whatever the case may be. We have a round of different equipment and supplies that we can work with you, and we're really looking forward to getting out there to the community here and beyond. Special events, some fashion shows, red carpet hosting, whatever, church events, whatever's going on. We definitely would like to be there to support you. Again, you can give us a call at 804-588-8069. Again, that's 804-588-8069. Our email is Chavala, CHVALA Studios at gmail.com. Again, that's Chavala Studios at gmail.com. And for those who want to know why they came up with the name Chavala, it's Hebrew and Spanish, meaning for a gift of life. And that's what I try to do with the cameras and videos, and what we try to do is help recognize that your life is a gift. So, and we want to offer that gift of life to help bring out more of yourself to the world.
Awesome. So hopefully we'll be able to get a clip from Mr. Sykes, clip from the Restoration of the Queen, and we can take a quick back with the Pinkston report. I appreciate Mr. Steven Sykes getting us backstage, behind the scenes footage of Restoration of the Queen.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for letting us get a sneak peek of the documentary. I'm really excited to see the whole project come to fruition. You guys can definitely check out the project. There'll be a link right here. You check it out, click it, watch it, comment, like, share.
We're definitely looking forward to you as well. And then also we have a lot of great things with Enliven Global Media. We're coming on out there and doing a whole bunch of different things. So with that, Chavala Studio, Serenity Home Inventory, I want to give a shout out to Cutting Edge Cartoons, Mr. Ron Bryan. I appreciate your support. And also Black Blood Driver Kev for the Crossley and Coleman Group LLC for supporting us as well. And thank you very much. None of this would happen with Arthur, Tracy Hardy Scott, Raw Silk, and Mr. Randy. I appreciate both of you. Thank you.
All right. Tammy Pinkston, and welcome back to the Pinkston Report. Make sure every fourth Sunday you guys are going to First Kennelin Church on Little Creek Road in Norfolk, Virginia. Every fourth Sunday you can donate food, or you can go pick up food if you're in need. This is from Village Family. It's every fourth Sunday of the month, and that is located at First Kennelin Church on Little Creek Road in Norfolk, Virginia. Make sure you support them. They are doing wonderful things, feeding the homeless, clothing the homeless. We definitely want to support Village Family every fourth Sunday at First New Kindling Church on Little Creek Road in Norfolk, Virginia. Support Village Family. Make sure you guys be there the fourth Sunday every month. Shout out to Village Family.
Hopefully you're going to church anyway.
You can find out more information about Steven Sykes, Mr. LP. You can find out more information about Enliven Radio and Enliven Global.
Global Media.
Enliven Global Media. And find out more information about the Restoration of the Queen on the Tammy Pinkston Facebook page or the Pinkston Report Facebook page. We're going to give you all the information you need right there. And while you're on the Tammy Pinkston page or the Pinkston Report page, make sure you click like and share. This is Tammy Pinkston with the Pinkston Report. And this is Behind the Scenes with Mr. LP Sykes, Restoration of the Queen. See you next week.